I've been wanting to get a good look at one of these for years, and finally today's the day. This is the Made in USA G&L Legacy. I don't usually start a video the way I'm about to. Normally, I give you the features, I demo the guitar, and then I tell you what I think. But when I pulled this guitar from its black Tolex case, my first impression was one of real quality. The fretwork, nutwork, and overall setup was perfect right out of the box. And it played beautifully right away. And it's clearly a very fine instrument. Now this Legacy is from G&L's Build to Order line, which gives you quite a few finish choices. This one is called Fullerton Red, which I think looks wonderful. Some of you may not be aware of the G&L story, so I'll briefly summarize. The company was founded by Leo Fender and two former Fender employees from the old days, George Fullerton and Dale Hyatt. And to this day, the instruments are manufactured in the historic factory on Fender Avenue in Fullerton, California. Now, the Legacy model was introduced after Leo's death in 1991. Essentially, it's very similar to the Leo Fender designed S500, but rather than Leo's magnetic field design pickups, it substitutes a set of traditional Alnico 5 single coils. You know, as good as Leo's MFD pickups are, there are, of course, players who just want their guitar to sound like a traditional Strat. And the Legacy model was born with that in mind. So they extensively researched the pickups from the late 50s. At the time, the company actually had people in the factory who'd worked on those original pickups in the 50s. And I don't see many players feeling any need to swap these out. And this guitar features an alder body, a satin finished maple neck, 22 medium jumbo Jescar frets, a bone nut, and sealed tuners. The neck depth is 0.82 inches at the first fret and 0.87 at the 12th. It uses the modern 9.5-inch radius. The famous Leo Fender designed dual fulcrum vibrato bridge features forged brass saddles. And I really like these controls, which are quite innovative. There's a single volume, but the tone controls consist of a separate passive treble and bass. This allows you to not only cut treble, as with a standard tone control, but you can cut bass as well, allowing for some funky rhythm textures, or just fine-tuning the sound to sit perfectly in the mix. Okay, I'm going to quickly let you hear these pickups and show you how these tone controls operate. Here's the neck pickup. Neck and middle. Middle. Middle and bridge. Finally, bridge. So let's go back to the neck pickup. Okay, so on to the tone controls. The first one is a normal passive treble cut, just like you find on almost every other guitar. But the unique thing is this second tone control, which is a passive bass cut. And since it's passive, we're not adding treble here. We're just thinning the sound out by cutting bass. And that can be useful in a wide variety of scenarios. Like I said before, for funky rhythms. You have it all the way up, it's like this. You can cut some of that bass. And you can get a rhythm sound that will sit a little better in the mix, perhaps. These aren't made in huge numbers like the big manufacturers, and it shows in the tight build and attention to detail. Now, I've mentioned I can't afford to keep the guitars I review. I'd run out of space and go broke. But I have to admit, this one will be hard to let go of. Well, I hope you're enjoying my channel. And if you've made it this far, give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon.